So, a day or so ago, I talked about like what I'd like to see in the next Wonder Woman movie. Well, I thought I would apply since we are getting, this is Friday the 13th, and I figured, you know what, I want to apply what I said there and apply here because I think it is safe to say we are getting a new Jason project from this Jason universe thing. Which, Jesus Christ, the more I say Jason Universe and the more I say it out loud, the more I hate that title. The more I hate this whole Jason Universe thing. Not like the concept itself, but like the title. Like, you couldn't figure out something better, right? Yeah. So, this is basically like, because again, it's an eventuality now that we're probably going to get a movie, and we did get more casting for Crystal Lake, which I know is kind of its own thing over there. We got more casting today, and I was kind of hoping we'd get like a movie announcement. That would have been so cool to get our 13th Friday the 13th movie. But still, so far nothing. Watch the moment I put this movie up, this video up. Someone like it's going to be revealed Friday the 13th movie coming out from director Steven Kostanski, the director of Void and Psycho Goreman. That's kind of my dream pick right there for director. Yeah, because that's just how my life goes. Anyway, so this video is more or less about what I'd like to see as a fan when we get that eventuality of when we get almost said Freddy versus Jason, Jesus, the next Jason movie, what I'd like to see as a fan and what I'd like to see applied here. So yeah. Now the big thing I want to see from first we got to talk about directors. Like, who would I personally pick for a film like this? Well, the film I would like to have in this franchise, the director I'd like to have in this franchise, the director I'd like to have is, like I said, Steven Kostanski, who most of you guys would know best as like the director of The Void, Psycho Goreman. He also did a movie called Freddy Freako, and he also directed Leprechaun Returns, the requel to Leprechaun, which I really like. I know they didn't get Warwick Davis back, but I still think it was a solid movie for what it was. And yeah, I think he kind of blends that practical gore mixed with if you watch The Void, and this dude's really good at horror, but he's also good at like good practical kills and has a lot of reverence for like that 80s style without making it too on the nose. And I feel like, yeah, Kostanski would just be kind of the right guy for it on a multitude of levels. The dude's also, here's the other thing I think why he's kind of perfect for a Friday the 13th movie, is because the dude absolutely knows how to work with a budget. All of his movies have been really low budget. So the dude really knows where to put his money when it comes to directing a film, and also showcasing practical effects. So that's it. Like, Friday the 13th is just kind of perfect for him. Now, as for what I like to see personally with the movie, there's a lot of things I have been there's a lot of things I want to see with the movie. First and foremost, and this is kind of a dig I've had with recent slasher movies, I don't want this to be a fun movie. I know I talked about how Kostanski is like really good at making fun horror movies, but again, going back to The Void, is that it's a dread-filled nightmare. And I don't want Jason to be funny. There have been and I know someone's going to say like, oh, we've had funny moments with Jason here and there. Yeah, but have you ever seen Jason be funny himself? Have you ever and I know the big thing these days is to really like play with like we've seen so many like faux Jason movies where the killer, it's like it's a summer camp, we're all making fun of the jokes. Like, we've seen that done to death, right? I want people to be reminded why Jason, those tropes are in there to begin with, and I don't want this to be a joke. I don't want this to be like Hell of a Summer or Scream or, Clown in a Cornfield or Hard Eyes. I want this to be like a actual, like, you should fear Jason. You're not going to go ha ha. Like, there can be jokes in there, but I know there are goofy ass characters throughout the Friday the 13th franchise, but I really I think it would be a major disservice to make it try to emulate, and I'm afraid that's what they're going to do in this day and age. Is like I don't want them to try to emulate the idea of I really don't want them to try to emulate and try to copy what we've had with recent slashers. There's a lot of slashers I've really enjoyed with these movies in recent years, but I'm really starting to be afraid that they might try to be trying all to be Scream. I'm still wondering how the I Know What You Did Last Summer movie is going to turn out, which I keep forgetting is coming out. Like, they had the one trailer, and that's it. So, and is that coming out next month? Like, good luck. It's going to be competing with Jurassic World, Superman, and Fantastic Four. Jesus Christ. I keep forgetting that movie's coming out next month, but I digress. That's what I'm saying is, like, I want to fear Jason again. I don't want it to be played for laughs. I want that to be like a legit, like, when you see Jason coming after you, you're like, oh, fuck. Another thing, I really hope this movie understands atmosphere. I would really like that, because one of the things, especially like the early Jason movies, got down, and to an extent, I would even give the remake credit. The Jason the Jason Voorhees movie of the remake and a lot of the other Friday the 13th movies are heavy on atmosphere. So I really don't want it to like try to take that away and I want to feel like that kind of summer camp energy that a lot of the early films had. So I would really like that again. Another thing I really want is a competent cast. And what I mean by that is I would like a cast that, again, not played for laughs, but a cast of characters that are actually kind of like actual characters. And I would actually like to feel bad about I want to see, and this is kind of a dig at horror in general. As much as I am a horror fan, there are like tropes that you want to see like sometimes go against the grain, like in Cabin in the Woods. But I would really like to see like a horror movie that really kind of like has a group of competent characters. And yeah, will we get that? No. And at the same time, I really don't want them to like try to make Jason more than he is. Like, don't try to give him like we all know his backstory. It's sad. It sucks. But I don't want it to be like in one of the problems I had in my video talking about Freddy and how much I love Freddy versus Jason, and I do. I don't want to feel bad for Jason. I don't want to feel bad for the guy who's killed like over 400 people. I want to again, going back to what I said, it's more about like being afraid of Jason. It's more about that than anything else. I think that's kind of something that we would need, that I would really like to see. I also, and this is like, I don't want Jason to leave Crystal Lake. I don't want another. At least if you're going to make more movies out of this, just keep Jason at Crystal Lake. Just keep him there and don't really change anything, right? Like, maybe for like a move, like maybe in this movie you could have Jason go into town. We've seen it before where he's like he's traversed into town a few times. And I wouldn't mind a town massacre where Jason just goes into like a auditorium full of people and just starts massacring them left and right. But outside, like, that's as far as I want Jason to go, is to go into town, and that's it. I don't want him to like go like Jason Takes Manhattan 2 or Jason Takes Tokyo. Yeah. Anyway, so there you go, guys. Those are just a few things just off the list. But you guys tell me in the comments below, what do you want as a fan of the franchise? What do you want to see in the next Friday the 13th movie whenever we get it? Just comment below, let me know. Other than that, hope you all enjoyed this. I'm Mr. Multiverse. I'll see you next time in the Multiverse.